Good evening, YouTube. Derek here, Hardball Crazy, coming back at you with a video. Tonight I got a mail day video for you, one card, and it's sort of we'll call it a bucket list item card. If you don't know who Lionel Carter is, he's one of our pioneers in baseball card collecting. He started his collection back in the 1930s. He actually started collecting sets, and he made cards in put the cards in his makeshift albums, and he was very particular in the shape of the cards. He wanted to make sure that the best condition he could find. If you made you did trades with other collectors back then, the first few people did trades and collect sets, and he only wanted to pick up cards that was his standards of condition. He was started collecting in the 30s, so he had like many sets, even back from the T206 set. He had that complete set minus the Honus Wagner, and he had most every modern day card into the 80s. All the 30s play balls and Gaudies, and I think he started out with a 33 DeLong set, and he collected sets. He started him and Just from Burdick, another pioneer. They kind of started collecting, and he wrote articles in the early publications of national publications, and he was one of our pioneers of baseball card collecting thing that we do. If you don't know his story, later in his life, his house was burglarized, and so some of his cards were stolen, so he felt kind of unsafe. Him and his wife unsafe living there, so he kind of was forced to sell them, and he sold them to Maestro, infamous Bill Maestro, and his confidants, and he picked them up and auctioned off many of them, and they were graded by SGC, and so there are some Lionel Carter cards thereabouts in the collecting world, and they're all slabbed by SGC. And when I heard about him, the story, my bucket list was to have a piece of the Lionel Carter collection, and I do now have one now. Each card is SGC is labeled as a part of the Lionel Carter collection. See this 1970 Topps SGC 88 near mint 8, Steve Carlton, Hall of Famer. You'll find some, about half a dozen or so, cards on eBay if you Google searched Lionel Carter collection, but they're like very expensive and old cards, so it's kind of hard to find. But this popped up, and I just received this in the mail yesterday. I basically paid for same price as a blaster box. From Canada. This guy's from Canada, and as you see, it's a very nice shape. I was very happy to have this. Now I have a card of a piece of the Lionel Carter collection. I feel like I have a piece of a hobby history. I will also call a couple other cards I might have on the bucket list. I won't mind having a card from the Dimitri Young collection, but I don't think that's feasible because they're all gym at 10s, and they're probably overpriced. And the Charlie Sheen collection, he's forced to sell a lot of his cards, but his stuff is maybe way old too, and his might be a super premium price on them, so I'm not sure it will get done. But they're sort of on my bucket list items, but have collect cards from different collections. So this is my newest addition to my collection. The Lionel Carter collection is now part of the Hardball Crazy collection. Very happy to have an old card of Lefty. Great shape, 70 Topps. Coincidentally, it's the year that Topps Heritage is showing the 1970 Topps design. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And by the way, how many of you guys have cards of the Lionel Carter collection? If you do, let me know in the comments section. I'd like to see, I wonder how many others in this community have cards from Mr. Carter. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Enjoy your night. Thank you.